And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Welcome back, everyone. From our News 5 family, we want to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. And look at this, a nice little surprise as a narrow band of moisture came out of the Rampart Range, moved into the Pikes Peak region. I know Alex O'Brien talked about this earlier today on News 5 today, and it did materialize. Snow was heavy at times. This photo in the Wolf Ranch area here in northeastern Colorado Springs, sent in by Nick Chamberlain. Now, we did get a few local storm reports, not a whole lot. This one coming out of Black Forest, around 1.5 inches. Pretty similar totals up there in Monument. And for Briargate, generally around a trace to a 1/2 inch accumulated, mostly on grassy surfaces, although some of those colder maybe sidewalks did see a little bit of snowfall accumulation as well. Now, still for the mountains tonight, under winter storm warnings for areas in the pink, winter weather advisories for areas in the purple, but I think things are really winding down. So if we see additional accumulations, probably not going to be more than maybe 6 to 12 inches for the San Juan ranges. Earlier today, National Weather Service indicating that some spots could see an additional 1 to 2 feet. But again, based on radar analysis, I think the worst of it is behind us. Now, before that snow squall moved in, we warmed all the way to 60 degrees on Christmas Eve here in the Springs and 66 in Pueblo. Yeah, that's awfully warm for this time of the year. Both areas were also above the freezing mark when it came to morning lows. And right now, still sitting above the freezing mark at the Colorado Springs Airport. We have 38 degrees outside, clearing skies, humidity nice and high behind that little frontal band that brought us some snow showers earlier today. 46 the current temperature in Pueblo, humidity here on the rise at 63%. Still seeing some gusty north winds, but the good news tonight is that all high wind warnings have been allowed to expire. In fact, they were canceled early in Pueblo County and El Paso County. Southern areas did stay under those warnings until about 6 o'clock. Now let's get you into that Christmas Day forecast. It does start out chilly, especially out into the mountain areas, but for the rest of us, looking at temperatures near the freezing mark in Monument and the Springs early in the morning. We are talking about mostly clear to partly cloudy skies tomorrow. And I think snow does wind down in the mountain areas pretty early, and then it's expected to pick back up heading into tomorrow night. So for that hour-by-hour Christmas Day forecast, it's going to be mild. Temperatures into the mid-50s, so a little cooler than today in the Springs, and warming up to near 60 in Pueblo. Now, Saturday is a little quieter than what we saw today. Not anticipated any high wind warnings or any red flag warnings, but as we make our way into Sunday, another powerful wind event taking shape, and I think this does impact a large part of the News 5 viewing area. Also another round of heavy mountain snow expected, and already the National Weather Service issuing fire weather watches ahead of that very impactful day. We'll see gusts maybe as high as 50 to 65 miles per hour in these shaded areas, and humidity down to around 10 to 15%. Your lows tonight down near the freezing mark in the Springs and Pueblo, 30 in Monument, and 23 in Woodland Park. Look at the range in temperatures tomorrow. 30s up towards Woodland Park, but low 60s expected across the Arkansas River Valley. On the Super 7-day forecast, we are in the mid to low 50s in the Springs through the weekend. And let's do a breakout on Sunday, expecting that to be a weather alert day. Possibly some wind damage here in the Pikes Peak region, high fire danger, and the potential for some blowing dust in your forecast as well. Now, as we make our way into the middle of next week, we get a stronger cold front that drops in. Temperatures by Wednesday only warming to near the freezing mark. For Pueblo, starting out mild on Christmas Day, very windy and still warm on Sunday. Temperatures do cool down to the 30s by the middle of next week. For Canyon City, it looks to be dry over the next 7 days with wind and periods of high fire danger heading into early next week. For Woodland Park, we saw a little bit of snow out there tonight, but we are dry on Christmas Day. Temperatures in the 30s over the next 7 days.